Jumping straight into all of the elements of Mayor Chemo's fitness challenge for Hawaii might be a little bit too much for you in the beginning, and you might have questions about how to do these moves safely and if they're right for you. So I'm going to break it down right now. What we do at Trunk Trainers, we always get beginners started, people who have not been exercising. So just in case that's you, especially if you're over 60, then I want you to pay close attention to all of the modifications you can make so you can still participate in this challenge while not doing more harm than good. Because if you jump straight into all of these moves and you have any orthopedic conditions or haven't been exercising, it might feel like a little too much. And I don't want you to be discouraged and want to quit before you even get started. So the first thing is for your 30 minutes of cardio per day. If 30 minutes sounds like a lot to you and you haven't been doing very much at all, then you can start with 10 or 15 minutes just walking. Or if you can only walk for 5 minutes at a time, start there. There is a lot of specificity happening when you exercise. And if you just do what you can do and then just a little bit more and then be consistent, take breaks when you need to. If you're feeling overwhelmed, just take a break, but then start again. If you continue to exercise, doing cardio, doing strength training, stretching, then you will see results. This is what we do. We see it every day. It works every time. So start gradually, even if it's just doing like a half a mile walk around the block throughout the day, okay? So you can break it up, totally fine. If you can get up to your 30 minutes, great. And then even if you want to go beyond that, I will say the challenge, if you want to do more, then do more, okay? So that 30 minutes is great for your heart health. Getting a little bit breathy while you do that cardio, and it can be any form of cardio. If you mix it up throughout the week, maybe one day you walk and one day you swim, one day you play pickleball, something like that, then you're going to have a little bit more variety that helps to also prevent injuries, and it makes it more fun. And always make sure it's something that you enjoy. If you get going and you hate walking and that's what you're choosing, then you probably won't stick with it. And although we're having this challenge until February, obviously, we're trying to build a habit for your lifetime, okay? So there's your exercise, your 30 minutes of cardio tip. For your push-ups, the push-ups are supposed to be the number of push-ups that however old you are. So if I'm 41, I'm doing 41 push-ups all throughout the day. Now, usually when we're doing push-ups, we do push-ups in different sets, okay? So even if you're in your personal training session, we're gonna break up those push-ups, even if you're doing 41, by doing 10, 10, 10, and 11, okay? So between 10 and 15 repetitions, especially if you haven't been doing them, would be great. And you can do them modified. I'm gonna show you on the countertop how to do these safely. You can also come down to a step or maybe your coffee table from your knees or doing them from your toes. And also, we want to be doing as many rows or pulling exercises as we do push-ups, because if you do push-ups for 6 months, especially that much volume, then you're gonna have a posture that's kind of a forward posture. And I think that we're all trying to have that great posture, right, as we exercise. So we're gonna be doing a pull as well, and that can be any form of a pull. If you have a TRX, if you have dumbbells, you can use those, but I'm gonna show you how to do the pull with band, because that's super easy to do. You can use it anywhere, but you do need that one piece of equipment, okay? So 4 push-ups. You can do your push-ups if your shoulders are sensitive. Keep your hands pretty close and your elbows coming in by your sides. So here I am on the counter, a nice straight plank, and then you can keep your elbows in, pushing up and down. You can also take it wider so that you're coming into a 90-degree bend in those elbows as well, so more like this way. Okay, so this is safer for the shoulders, more tricep. You can bring them any range that feels good for you, and as you get stronger, you can walk your feet back. And on the toes or heels down, both are fine. If you want to take it down even lower, it's going to be a little bit harder. Okay, until eventually you're down here doing your push-ups on the floor and then eventually on your toes. Okay, so the opposite of that is our row or pull, okay? So you can do a pull apart. So this is a super easy way to hit the back muscles and pull apart, okay? So if I did my 41 push-ups, then I'm also doing my 41 pull aparts broken into different sets. Or you can also stand on the band, back is flat, and pull straight back this way, okay? So your push-ups and your rows or pull-aparts or any kind of opener. If you're in the gym, then you can do reverse fly, anything like that as well. But as many times as you push, make sure that you pull as well, okay? And of course, this is just general information. If you want it more specific, then you gotta do a consultation so that we can hear where you're at in your life. Okay, so next is our squat. Now the squat doesn't have to just be, it can be just a bend and stand. So it can be as little as this. Okay, you can start here. We're keeping our knees over our ankles, our hips go back, our chest stays proud. Okay, if you find that you have to lean way forward, that sometimes is the case, just modify as much as you need to. Breaking it into sets once again, so 10, 10, 10, 11, or 15, 15, what was that? 30, 11, okay. So you also can do this to a chair or a bench. So if you're starting here, standing tall, same thing, just make sure that your knees are over your ankles, 90, and standing up. So you can just do your squats like this. This is something, especially if you sit at a desk all day, I would highly recommend, and no matter who you are, I highly recommend doing your squats. That's one of my #1 exercises, so keep doing those squats. For touching your toes, so for this one, when you're stretching, comfortable stretch, no strain. Okay, so if you're stretching forward, your back can be nice and straight, your legs pretty straight, just go down until you're feeling the stretch in the back of your legs, and you'll find that comfortable stretching point where it's not burning, it's just like you can hang there for a while. Okay, that's fine, and then just hold it. You need to hold for 15 to 30 seconds per stretch, okay? And then if you want more stretches than just touching your toes, that's really great for your back, great for your hamstrings, but if you need your quad stretches, any of your arm stretches, then you can visit our YouTube channel, and we have a whole video on stretching there, and we always finish with our stretches. So you want to do that after all of your workouts, okay? After your push-ups, your rows, and your squats. And then finally, we're talking about that nutritional component. Everybody has a different way that they like to eat, different traditions and different things that work for them to give them their optimal nutritional pattern for their bodies. So once again, consult your physician when you're talking about nutrition. If you want tips and pointers, we can always work you through that. One tip that I have, if you are trying to reduce your body fat, increase your muscle mass, you want to just know what you're eating. So the best way to identify that is just to write it down, track it in an app, have some awareness. So we measure what we treasure, and if you are looking to lose any weight or inches, then that is a really great way, especially if you're sharing it with your fitness professional. Like, there's no way that we can give you any guidance if we don't know what's going in, okay? And everybody's a little different. And then also to measure your inches with a tape measure, or hop on the scale, or any way that you can measure your progress, pictures, whatever works for you. Then if you do that regularly, then you're probably gonna see better results than if you just decide that you're gonna eat healthier or something like that, okay? So hopefully these tips are helpful for you. Like I said, if you want more custom advice, then just ask. We always do free consultations. And I look forward to getting fit with you guys in the next 6 months. Can't wait to get started, so let's do it right now.